I'm Brittany.
And I'm Heather.
Welcome to Okayest Moms, the podcast.
A place to be more than just mom.
All right, well, we are back. We took a little break with these episodes over the summer, but we are back with our summer favorites episode right after this quick break. Get ready for the school year with Essential Calendar. Ready or not, the school year is just around the corner. Drop-offs, pickups, sports, lessons, activities, birthday parties. Oh, I'm tired just thinking about it. It's all coming back at once, and you're going to need a way to keep it all straight.
Why not join the Essential Calendar Quarterly Calendar Club? You'll receive a new calendar automatically shipped to you every 3 months at a discounted subscription rate of 10% off. Each Essential Calendar allows you to see the entire season, all 3 months at a glance, making sure you don't overbook or underbook depending on how many extroverts you have in your family.
To get 10% off your subscription to the Essential Calendar Quarterly Calendar Club, go to okayestmoms.com/essential. With the busy back-to-school season just around the corner, there has never been a better time to try HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get everything you need to get dinner on the table delivered directly to your door. You choose the meals on their weekly menu, how many servings you'd like it to be, and they do the rest. No more trips to the grocery store or endless hours of meal planning because you can do it all in one step with HelloFresh. And if your plans change, you can easily skip a week on their super user-friendly app.
Okayest Moms listeners can get 18 meals free, which is 50% off your first 4 boxes, making the price per serving under $5. To get this deal, just click through the link in our show notes and complete your order. All right. These were hard for me because I read this as like it had to be summer adjacent favorites, and we barely have had summer weather as of the recording of this. And even by the time this airs, it took so long to warm up this year with so much rain, and they didn't really feel like summer until July. Did you know we went all of June without a 100-degree day? Which is
really blows my mind.
Really insane for our area. So I feel like summer's like just happening, and I don't have like summer specific favorites, but I guess it's still this phase of life. So
yeah,
they work.
It works. I kind of went off track of all of these, but whatever.
Yeah. All right, what you got first?
I have a TikTok account that I am obsessed with. I wonder if you get these videos.
Is it the guy who tells you that everything is owned by BlackRock?
No,
I really liked that guy.
That stresses me out. No. It's Monica Joyce Bradburn. She is a Major League Baseball photographer for the...
Is she blonde?
Yes.
Yeah.
She does these... It's just fun to watch. Like, she just does these videos where she mashes up the picture she's taking with the video of like the...
Yeah, with like the combo.
Yeah, and she's funny. Yeah. She's cute. Like, she's living the dream. I feel like she has such a cool job, and to see the behind the scenes of it, I just love it.
And she does it for a couple different teams, if I'm not mistaken, which I don't really
she
understand.
And then does the other teams sometimes too.
But a baseball schedule is so intensive that, I mean, there's so many games.
Yeah.
And I just can't wrap the feeling I'm having right now is the same feeling I have when I try and think of how they schedule pilots and flight attendants. Like, it just like very quickly, my whole head just starts to hurt, and I can't, like, I don't know. I can't do it.
It's crazy. It is crazy. She is employed by Detroit. What's her...
Tigers.
That's it. By the Detroit Tigers. So that's like mostly the players we see, which I don't know other baseball teams besides the Giants, but it's fun to just see them and how they like all follow her on TikTok now.
Mm-hmm.
They're always asking, are you recording for TikTok? And it's, I don't know, just cute.
I really love all the like sports related content on TikTok because like every team has their own account, and they'll go around like when the Eras tour started, all the football teams are going around asking like the big like offensive line, be like, what's your favorite Taylor song? And they'd all like break out into song. And like I'm here for all of that. I love all that.
It's so fun, especially on big teams too, like baseball teams, football teams, and like the guys you don't really get to see the personality of on the field or whatever. It's fun to see that behind the scenes stuff and like what they're really like.
Yeah. It's funny that you opened with baseball because this is a very generic favorite of mine, but it's on my list. Baseball has taken over our entire existence in this family. KJ and I have always, like, even growing up, my very first memory is of sitting down to watch the A's and the Giants play in the 1989 World Series, which of course is the one which where the Loma Prieta earthquake happened. So it's probably mostly why I remember it. But like big
Yeah.
growing up, my family was always huge Giants fans. When AJ and I lived in San Jose for a little while, we went to so many games. I played softball growing up, which is not baseball, but it's like adjacent. And so baseball's always been just like a big part of our life. And our kids love it. Like, just that's such an understatement. They love it. Nolan, if he's not playing it, he is watching it. We have to watch every game that's on. We have the Giants schedule is taped to our fridge because I could not handle them asking the robots when they play because we ask the Giants, which we know is like our Giants, but sometimes you would get New York Giants. And it's just like, so I mean, we know Nolan's got his favorite players. We've got like who's pitching today. Like it's just like this constant conversation in our house. And it's just been such a fun thing to all do together that like we all truly enjoy. Cause like, well, you can pretend to like Pokemon, AJ and I like, like the things that it's very hard to find stuff that like the kids are really into and we're into. And it's just like it's been just really fun for all of us to watch it together. And it's as of recording, it's the All-Star break, which has been like just torture in our house because
There's nothing
fun. But no, it's been a lot of fun. And it's just Nolan's current career goal is to play for the Giants. We were joking with him this morning, in fact, that like he keeps asking AJ when he's going to retire, which I don't even know how this came about. And so it's just like, well, why don't you get a job? He's like, okay, I'll just go play for the Giants.
Oh.
And so, but it's actually been a good avenue for him to talk about like a lot of things. Like, well, if you want to play professionally, then you need to be a good student. And he's like, well why? It's baseball. And we're like, because if you want to play on the teams where you're going to hone your skills, you have to have a certain GPA to be on those teams. And, like also he's such a picky eater. And so it's been like, well, if you want to be a professional athlete, like, again, like, I have no illusions that he's actually going to be a professional athlete, but like, like we're going with this. So it's like, you have to eat more than just like Cheez-Its and Eggos. Like, that's just how this is going to work. You're going to have to fuel your body properly to be an athlete. So yeah, it's just been a lot of fun.
I would love to talk to the moms of like some big sports players. Like, hey, was your kid like were they like what, I don't know. I think that would be fun.
I mean, realistically, baseball players don't. I mean, it's,
right. Just take steroids, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, no. Like, it's different. They're not like sprinting. Like, they're not playing soccer where it's like an intense cardiovascular ask. But yeah, so that's been a big one this summer for all of us. We've gone. It's even become like part of our vacation now. We drove to Disneyland. We stopped at Dodger Stadium because the Giants were playing the Dodgers, and we got to watch them sweep the Dodgers. Now we're talking about the kids want to go see different stadiums. And so I think it'll be a good way to like see the country. And so, yeah, it's invaded every part of our life.
I love it. There are worse things, I feel like.
Right.
I actually talked about these in our snack episode. It was just next on my list. But if you want to hear more of my thoughts about them, go listen to that episode. But it's the G2G almond chocolate chip protein bars. I'm just really loving them. They're great to like take. I've been traveling a lot this summer. It's great to just have in my bag if I'm hungry instead of grabbing a bag of chips or whatever it may be. So those have been.
Are there other flavors, or is that just
that's the only one I've tried? Because I'm nervous.
Okay.
I finally found they like, and I
know,
like why branch out?
I hear that. My next one is a very simplistic one, but it makes such an important mark on my day. And that is my glass straws. I've been doing a lot of smoothies, a lot of iced coffees this summer, and I don't know why. It just feels fancier. It feels. I like it. I like a glass straw.
I like them too. You got me some for my birthday, and I like them a lot. I think I need taller glasses though, because
You do love a short glass.
I do. I mean, that's like all I have because I don't know. Well, I just use the ones that I made with my business, and so yeah, I usually drink out of a wine glass. I drink everything out of a wine glass, which is weird, I know, but I need some taller glasses, so I'm on the hunt for those.
Actually, I may chug some for you. So we recently have been talking about Sam's Club. They're a sponsor of the pod. These are what I bought prior to them becoming a sponsor, but we needed new plastic cups because being outside in the summer, I hate taking glass out by the pool. It's just, the kids are gonna knock it over. I found these, they look like West Elm cups. They're kind of fluted, I guess it is called on drinkware, and they're stackable, and they don't look like a cup you would have at like a Sizzler. Like so many plastic cups just look like an Applebee's cup, and I don't want that. And these do not look like that.
Sorry, Applebee's.
And they work really well with my glass straws. They hold my whole iced coffee. I'm going to try and dig. I don't spend a lot of time digging through the Sam's Club website, but I am going to see if I can find those. Or if I can't, I will link those in the show notes too.
Cool. Sam's Club adjacent, but at Walmart, I found this really great. I always struggle with like when we eat outside during the summer, which is a lot more than normal, or when we have people over. I don't even know the right word for it, but it's basically like an outdoor plate and cutlery holder. So it's like a rattan? How do you say that?
It's not rattan. Not rattan.
As soon as I said it, I knew it was
rattan.
Rattan holder. And it has like a slot for plates and napkins and forks, knives, spoons. And then it's easy to just set out on the table and for everyone to grab their own plate to take over to the barbecue to get a burger or whatever it is. And the price point is really good. So that will be linked in the show notes too.
Huh. Yeah, they have those every year at Costco, and I always debate it, and I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things where I could see it just becoming like just another thing to have around, so I've always thought it. So good to know. All right. My next one is a show on Netflix.
Oh my God.
And it's so outside of my like typical viewing that AJ thought I was joking when I said we should watch it. I was upstairs hiding from everybody, folding laundry, and I was caught up on all my usual shows. And so I needed something new. And The Diplomat on Netflix was there. And I was like, oh, I'll try it. And I watched the preview, and I was only drawn in because Carrie Russell is the star of the show. And nobody else in it is anybody you're going to recognize, at least right away. And she becomes the diplomat for the US to England. And I mean, like, I guess it's kind of in my wheelhouse, but it's like in the first 30 seconds, something blows up. So AJ was like, well, you want to watch this? What? And at first I was like, I think this is just like Netflix bootleg Homeland. But it's pretty good. It's one of those like these really serious shows. I oftentimes just need somebody else to tell me if it's good. Because then otherwise I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I love this. Then everyone's like, no, this is really bad. Oh, oops. So I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet, but I like it. Sometimes with Netflix, like it can be a little corny, and like Ginny and Georgia is a good example. Like I like the storyline. I think the premise is good, but sometimes like this is a little corny. But I don't know. AJ was really into it. We watched, there's only 8 episodes. We plowed through it pretty quickly, and there's a lot of plot twists. It's written by the same people who wrote Homeland. So the feeling was right there, and The West Wing. So
we're watching it too. And I think we're on episode 5. It's like one of those you have to pay attention to because there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of like story movement is in the dialogue. So it's like you have to pay attention. But it is
a lot of like foreign parts that you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That, and mostly like, even if you don't understand parts of
You get enough of
yeah,
it.
exactly. And then something happens, you're like, oh, okay, so that's what that means. So
Yeah. There's like a thing with the husband that brings a good dynamic to it.
yeah.
Kind of funny.
Where
The guy, her advisor guy, he's in the Bourne movies. So
oh, your favorite movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good one. My show of the summer, my show of the year, I'm going to venture to say, is The Bear on Hulu. It is Jeremy Allen White. He's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about him, but I find him highly attractive. And maybe it's just the role because he looks like a dude down at the gas station. I know this. Like,
He's not short.
Yeah, probably.
He's a short guy, I'm gonna call it.
Okay. Well, now
He's the little one. Now I gotta look it up.
look it up. But the writing, the character development, like the story, I don't know, all of it is just so good. And I am gonna go out on a limb and say that the second season was better than the first.
Oh, way better. Yeah, he's 5'7". So
Oh yeah, that's a shorty.
I still can't get over how the kid from We Are the Millers was in it.
I know.
And I mean, we had to pause it just to like talk about how, like, what? What? I'm sorry, what?
He was highly attractive too. God, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know how people in
Yeah.
the industry ever have relationships though. It's like that is not. I don't know.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it was very good. We were very excited counting down for it to come out. So it was really good.
No, we have to wait a year.
My next one is a pod sponsor, and it is Harper Wilde, the Bliss Triangle Bralette. And it is just so good when it's so hot and just, it's very easy to throw in the washing machine because that's a very sweaty area. So it's very easy. I find like when you have like an underwire like molded cut bra, like I just don't wash them as often, one as I should, or two like I just don't because they're just a pain. You have to like lay them flat and like remold. It's a whole thing. But this bra is so comfortable, so easy to wash, and really comfy. No wire.
My main requirement for a bra just needed to be
Right.
I love Harper Wilde so much. They just came out with a new collection called Contact Serotonin, and it's basically like bright colors and
It's all super cute.
really cute, really cute. So I love them. This is less a favorite thing and more like an advice thing. I am an Apple person. Literally every machine in our house is an Apple product, every device, because that's what I know. And that's just what I've had my whole life. So my kids recently saved up over the summer for a gaming PC, and I made them basically give me a PowerPoint presentation about why they needed a gaming PC and why they couldn't do these things on their iPads. And gaming people are laughing at me because, duh, like you need a certain graphics card and like to do Minecraft without it being pixelated and blah, blah, blah. They said all these things. They convinced me.
Isn't the whole point of Minecraft that it's pixelated?
Well, I mean, like, not pixelated is the wrong word. It doesn't render.
Yes, I know. You
like that whole thing.
I've been married to a nerd for a very long time. I know more than I care to.
So they saved up, and I gave the okay with the requirement that I pick out the PC because I didn't want one that was like a piece of crap that was going to die in a year or.
Okay, you did hear that whole sentence, right?
What do you mean?
A PC that's not a piece of crap?
Well, I mean, when it comes to gaming computers,
I know. Well, but I'm also trying to think of like a gaming computer that children could have saved enough money to get. Those.
Well, this is where the advice part comes in because I went through a million of them, and this one has great reviews. It is a lower price point. So yes, maybe it'll probably crap out in a few years, but it's enough to where like it does what they want it to do now. And, we got all the virus protection, blah, blah, blah on it. But it's the HP Victus line, and it ranges depending on what memory card you get and all that stuff. So if you have little gamers in your house and you're looking for a Christmas gift or something that they can save up for, that's a good one.
Okay, my next one, I know I've mentioned this before, especially in our email newsletter, the Mega Babe Thigh Rescue, especially in summer with dresses and shorts and all the things, it will save your life. It doesn't feel like slimy, like other, what is the like genre of product that is? Other, I don't know. You're gonna like it. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel gross, washes off easily. It's a lifesaver.
I need to get some of that. Okay,
me back to the running days.
Yeah, totally. Now it's just walking. Our game of the summer that we can play all the time, and it's nice because it's easy cleanup and easy to start. Like there's not a lot of setup. Taco, cat, goat, cheese pizza. My kids are obsessed with it. It is actually really fun. The games don't take 9 years to play either. It's like you can do a quick game in between whatever. It's a really fun family game.
Spot It has been a big one over here. I know we've talked about it before. Tyler is the one who brought it on everyone's radar.
He's bringing it to a bachelor party. He's like spreading Spot It work. Like, you guys are going to sit down and play this. Okay.
No, that actually tracks. Nolan got really into it, and I just like mop the floor with him. So he's less into it now. But it's a good one.
Eat him.
Oh no, it's to the point where AJ was, so if you would beat him by 7 cards, then AJ would give 7 more cards in his deck. So basically we just like crushed him every time, and now he doesn't want to play. But I'm not gonna ease up on him, like, too bad. That's how it goes. But it is very fun. And we brought it to camp with us. We brought it on a trip with like other kids who didn't know it, and it's very easy to play. So
I love these ones. My kind of game.
Yeah. Very like easy in and out. Doesn't take it's not like strategy like Monopoly or something like that.
Yeah.
My next one is a Costco find. So Costco has been long known for their knockoff of fancy activewear. A lot of their stuff is like the Kirkland signature brand is a Lulu knockoff, or most recently a Vuori knockoff. I found Vuori sweats there. I think they're like $13. They're dead ringers for Vuori. They're nice and light. I would like it to be cold so I wear them. And they're just the perfect little jogger.
Ooh, I might have to snag some of those. I like that. The Vuori ones are like $100.
It makes no sense. It's so dumb. My last one has been just summer camp. Full stop. If you are local to us, the city of Roseville does do we've done many different camps, and they've all been great experiences. But my kids are doing a little bit different. They did a little bit different one this year where it's just like traditional summer camp. The ones they've done in the past have been like themed, like coding or Lego building, or like this is just generic like summer camp. And we only did 1 week this year just to see how they'd like it. And I'm sending them up every week next year because it's just been such a good experience for them to, one, like be around new, fresh kids. It's not like the same old kids who are at recess, at lunch, at the after school program, on the street. Like, it's different kids to mix and mingle with. It's just like new experiences out in the community on their own, like with like the thought that they're independent, but like obviously still very heavily supervised. And I think it's just like a good chance to build street smarts where they wouldn't normally. And they've had like, they went to the city pool together as a camp, and they had just this kind of a weird run-in where a non-camp kid was there, and he was, because they had brought money for the snack bar. And I think this kid noticed that all the camp kids had money to go to the snack bar. And so he was like kind of peddling this story about how and again, wasn't there, could have been real, but how his family was too poor to send him with money and that he needed money. And so as soon as Isla saw me, she went, Mom, see that kid over there? He tried to get my money and I told him you can't have it. It's like, okay, like that's not what I thought you would do in that situation. I thought you'd be like, here, you know, take it. It's kind of a luxury for us because technically I'm home and they don't really need it, but it really just underscored the necessity of it because they are learning things that, you know, life skills that they need that, you know, and especially for Isla, she really needs those, that differentiation of social situations where she is largely on her own, but sort of like lightly supervised. And so, yeah, it's been really good for them.
I love it. Having big kids is great in so many ways.
Also, I would caution, think really hard about the person you're marrying and the number of letters their last name is if you're going to take their name. Because I have had to write our last name on so many things this week, and I can't do it anymore. Because it was like the goggles, the towels, the brand new lunch boxes, like just like everything that keeps going to camp. And it's like very specific items. And it's just, and I'm not writing like their first name on it because it's like, I'm just writing last name because it's like whoever, you know, they're both using some of the things together. It's just, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of letters.
Oh, man. All right. Well, summer. See you later.
Yeah, right. I'll be sweating till Christmas.
All right. If you aren't already, please follow us on Instagram and Threads. And we will see you next week.
If you like what you just heard, and we hope you do, you can find more of us online at www.okayestmoms.com. We're also on all social media platforms, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Okayest Moms Blog. Or if you want to, you can send us an email at hey@okayestmoms.com.